What's good? How are we all doing this morning? I sound like a robot right now. All right. ICT just live streamed, and now I was just tape reading this morning. I wasn't doing anything. The Powell does speak in the PM, so that's something to note. However, I personally don't think it's gonna be. I think there still might be some opportunity. Anyways, basically this morning, we had a Judas swing higher, and then we had a nice little sell off here to these equal lows right here. We traded these equal lows. We didn't trade to this low because we have a first presentation that we traded to right here. This orange box right here is also a daily volume imbalance. It's this daily daily volume balance that I have here. If we look at what we did, 930 trade higher. If we look at the 15-second chart, we initially had this like double purge, I guess you could say. So we initially put in a little dealing range here, or we didn't have a double purge, but we had an initial dealing range here at 930. We wicked both sides of this range. We come back down. We took this sell side liquidity here, also within this imbalance here. Send that, and then we just immediately reprice higher. We create a first presentation here. Now what do we have? First presentation with old daily high right there. Bam. Right here, we're kind of just taking highs, and then we just place higher. Trade back within that range. We have order block right here, last down close candle. I would say this is one of the order block. That's the order block. This isn't really the order block because this is in my opinion, the big juicy down close candle. And then we trade higher, consolidate. What do we have here? Up close, and then we have down close. We have a balanced price range. I was waiting after taking this, and what do? We don't respect this, so we're not ready yet. When are we ready? 950 is when we're ready. 950 is then when we start this pricing lower. So very nice. Time distortion until 950. 950 kind of lifts that. And then what do we have here? We would trade below this balanced price range now. So now I'm like, yeah, we're probably going lower. And then we have SIBI, order block. In terms of continuation, we have volume balance that gets traded into here. Volume balance traded into here. That old daily high again with that SIBI. And then we have an order block here on the 1 minute that we're trading to, and then we're trading lower right now. And then right now, what do we have? We have a 1, 2, 3 drive. This is constant encroachment. It should be a wick here on the 1 minute. That's what we had right there that we're expecting here. We have a SIBI right here, and we have these two up close candles. This blue box is a old first presentation. I'm not sure why it's blue. Usually I like to, it's because I don't have this day's first presentation. What do we have here? Order block with a fair value gap. We have relative equal lows here. After ES is cleared buy side, if you pull up ES. I don't really like the narrative on ES though. I'm not gonna lie. We're still right here right now. We have I'm gonna pull up this chart because it's what I have over on the screen. So this is a 15-minute SIBI that we have right here. That right now we're hugging the low end of that, like that. So we're kind of respecting that. And if we look at ES, ES is still above new week opening gap, which yes, I think we could see. And like normally I would look at this gap and say, hey, I would like to see this as a short, but I honestly would kind of want to see a little bit more confirmation, I guess. I would like to see us trade through constant encroachment of that wick, because right now, just if I look at that, we repriced to the low end of that SIBI, and we also have this wick right here. I'm not too convinced that we want to go lower right now because ES is above new week opening gap. But we have Powell speaking later today, if I can pull up that news. Powell speaking at 1:55, so kind of a weird time, right into PM session. So I do think, like, obviously I'm not going to try to trade ahead of that because no one knows what type of volatility we'll get. Now you're getting into deals? What do you mean? Oh, my bad. My bad. All right, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I don't like anything right now. In terms of buy side, my opinion, like, we have this high we could trade up to, but I don't really know. We have until 11:30. That for me is the AM session. Well, till 11 a.m. About to enter 10:50 macro. We're in a little drawdown on the demo account, which is totally okay. I'm not gonna take a trade right now though. I don't like this. I think the best opportunity here was this short right here. Anything going short, and then there wasn't really any opportunity here. Okay, now we have a gap below that. See if we create one. All right, we just touched constant encroachment that wick. I would have liked to see displacement here, because we have all these down close candles here. So this now becomes your breaker. Yeah, I don't like that. I would like to see displacement if we want to go down and take these lows. And notice where we just came from. We just had this energetic move higher. So we just had some displacement here. So nothing high probability for me. I think we might just be consolidating here. We are right about to enter 1050. So let's see if that's an excuse to take us to these highs here. Otherwise, I'm looking at this low here. But in my opinion, we should have sold off already if we wanted to see lower prices. We had constant encroachment, and now we're respecting this breaker, and we just took a pull sell side here. And we have this nice down close candle here on the 15 second. I'm going to take this constant encroachment off. I want to see if there's a 5-second volume imbalance here. I'm looking at this here. Volume balance right there. That's a key array in my opinion. We have a BISI right there. Nothing of importance for me. Just reading the tape. This box is new weak opening gap. I kind of want to make this a dashed. Uh, I have some difficulties here. Alright, we'll just leave it at this. In my opinion, I think we're consolidating here, but we want to see a run to this high, most likely. Most importantly, we have new week opening gap here. Look at the bodies here. Look at how we're respecting that. How do you determine the new week opening gap? Me personally, I use an indicator. I use it's by Kryptonite. This is like the settings I use, but it's the closing price on Friday and then the opening price on Sunday. I would just watch ICT's video on that. He has like 2 videos on it. And he's talked about it in the 2024 mentorship, so. Look at this on the 1 minute. Notice how we're not ready yet. Even though we're in a macro time, I don't think we're ready yet. I don't see enough to really see a price move here right now. Look at that volume imbalance though. 1, 2, 3, now 4 times. We're still within that. Oh, we're spending time in that first presentation here. Also in a 15-minute Sibi here. My opinion, I think we've done the damage to buy side here. Notice where we put the high as well. Right at new week opening gap. Like, that's very nice to see. And then we displaced lower. We're now below current new week opening gap. In my opinion, I think we've done the damage up here. It's just right now, we don't have any displacement at all. We're just consolidating. So I want to see, maybe we might want to come up. They take short-term buy side, but I really don't think. I would need to see ES displace lower. We've also kind of had we kind of just recently had this price run here on ES. This price run here on ES. We just had this. So I think we need to consolidate. Look at that though. Look at the high right there. Perfect. Right into a new day opening gap. That's very nice. Notice how we left equal lows here with this BISI. Also, we're in a premium. Where's 8:30 opening price? Way down here. Where's True Day? True Day is up here. Notice how NQ traded above True Day open here. Honestly, just by looking at this doing range high to low, that looks like a kind of established doing range. So just note that. That's what I'm looking at. How long are you extending the first presentation? I believe these are all from last week. So no more than 5 days is what I've been using. What's good, Venom? You're new to ICT? Nice. What's good, Eddie? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. Currently, I've been doing a demo. I've been doing this on live. Not gonna lie, I'm in a little bit of drawdown, but I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. The plan is to trade this live for at least 3 months. This is just a demo. Yeah, last week's when I started it. Take a look at the 25th first presentation. I think I have that on my chart. I should. Yeah, it's this one that we're currently within. I don't know why it's blue, but well, let's leave it that way. All right, here we go. Notice that volume imbalance. That's crazy. This whole range. Notice how we failed to trade into new week opening gap. And we just trade into consequent encroachment of that. We have a 5 second Bissy here. I honestly want to see if this fails here. If we trade through that. I don't want to get caught up in this though. Like, we also have Powell speaking later at 1:55, so I'm mainly just gonna be reading this tape. I don't really want to press the button unless the summons clear. Oh, I was gonna take this off on chart. Yeah, that's a lot better. So we're still in that volume imbalance. It's look how much better that chart looks. I mean, still there's so much stuff on my chart, all important stuff. I just don't have daily highs and lows on my chart right now, except for the 924. I guess I could put this low on my chart. All right, we just traded into a new week opening gap. Notice how we took sell stops here, consolidated. Now, in terms of here, we have a buy side pool here. I really don't like anything. I really don't like anything. I really don't like anything. Look at the bodies. Look at the wicks. Respect that. We trade higher volume balance. We have this little 15-second volume imbalance. ES just traded back up into that new day opening gap. So now he took another pool buy side there. You got to be careful though. Powell's speaking later. Don't want to get caught up in anything. Look at the bodies hold that new week opening gap. Let's see if we trade up to buy side here. Yeah, that little pool of buy side. And other than that, I kind of want to look at dollar here. I want to peep dollar. Dollar looks like it's pulling off its high here. I don't like anything on dollar too. We just traded into this Bissy here. I think we're kind of just prone to consolidate here. Look at that. Buy side taken. A little shift to market structure. This would be a 2022 model here. It's on the 15-second chart. You got to keep in mind, and we're not below new day opening gap. I would like to see us trade below new day opening gap here. So in my opinion, this would be better be left as a breakaway gap here. And then I would rather see us use this breaker here. Yeah, that breaker. I don't want to press the button here. This is just for tape reading. I don't feel like we're conducive for a run here. But it's just something to watch, to look at, which is completely okay. It's completely okay. Okay, we have some lows here, and then we have this larger pool of liquidity that rests down here. We just reached up into a short-term premium. I do like how we just displaced from that. I want to see this definitely get traded into. I want to see this breaker, if anything. But notice how this is all balanced. We had immediate rebalance here. So I'm looking at this inefficiency here. I also do have a lot of arrays here. You have the bottom of the first presentation here. You have the old first presentation. I'm going to take off that console encroachment. What else do you have here? You have a little balanced price range right there. Okay, we're trading up in that SIBI here. Also 1 minute SIBI here. We could trade up into constant encroachment of this wick here. That's also aligned with the breaker on the 15-second. See how we react to this breaker here, and constant encroachment and new week opening gap. So for me, I wouldn't want to see us trade above this level right here, because you have a breaker and a new week opening gap. That should act as a brick wall if we do want to seek lower prices. Nothing really high probability because, Powell speaking, there's going to be plenty of opportunity for the rest of the week. This, in reality, is really nothing. It's really nothing for me. I don't care to be a part of this, but I care to watch it. Let's see if we trade below this here. That's what I would like to see right now. ES just traded up into a 1 minute volume imbalance, which means right now I'd want to see speed lower. Alright, it's traded up to the high of that, so I would want to see speed here if we want to see lower prices. If not, we could still trade higher. Yeah, I want to see us trade below this gap right here. I want to see us use that as inversion here. I'll remove that. 50-second BISI here. I don't love that. I don't like how ES is also coloring outside of this volume imbalance here. ES has this volume imbalance right here. I don't like how we're coloring outside of that. How we're not respecting that. And now we're also trading higher. We kind of had a market structure shift here as well, so I don't like that. That should have acted like a brick wall. So there's really nothing here. Notice how we traded to the low end of that first presentation as well. This is kind of just manipulation. Notice as well, in this move lower, there was no up close candles at all. ES is trading back into that new day opening gap right here. In terms of higher objectives, I have a little 15-minute volume imbalance right there. Look at the low. Look where we put a low at. Oh, this is so nice to see. In my opinion, I think there's nothing to trade here. Maybe a few scalps, but I think it's just the best to not stress about this. We're back into an hourly Sibi here. Now all of a sudden this chart just looks so colorful. We trade above that volume bounce high as well. So we could seek these highs that we made intraday already, but just studying this. 11:30 we start lunch. So 11:30 we could see a move lower. A 1 minute Bissy here. We also traded above that new week opening gap. Look at that low end of that. Oh, actually, what level else do we respect? That's crazy. That volume balance put in some work there. Trade higher. We're not respecting this civvy. Trade the high end of that breaker. Once we trade above here, trade up to this buy side pool and also this hold high. That's a little hindsight, but still, I mean, nothing that I personally like here, which is cool. That's where the body of that candle is on consequence of that wick here. Oops. Hello? There you go. Alright, I'll probably be live for a little bit while longer, maybe like another hour. Let's see if we can find anything that's kind of high probability. We just take a buy side at an old high here. I don't know. I just don't really trust anything here. I don't. Like this breaker now acting as inversion here with that new week opening gap. We are in a premium though, so pull sell side here. That bigger pull sell side. I need to anchor this on the right. Anyway, now it's taking 1, 2, 3. We've taken buy side plenty of times here, so I don't like that. I think that would be problematic. If I was long here, I wouldn't like that. I would like to see speed and aggression here if I was long. Because we're also holding first presentation high right there. Look at that. So I personally would like to see displacement if I was long there. For sure. Here we have a little Sibby that we're trading into right now. I I would like to see us trade below new week opening gap though. For me, just where we're at in the chart, I would kind of like to see that. If you look at the 15-minute chart on NQ, it doesn't look like we're primed for an expansion lower. So you gotta be let's be realistic here. We just have a 15-minute BISI. I don't think we're just immediately gonna have expansion lower here. Although yes, we do have Powell speaking later. They're probably gonna hold it. So notice what else we have down here. Fair value. This is a constant encroachment of a wick. And then this is constant encroachment of that hourly wick ICT was talking about in the live stream. This is a volume imbalance here. And what else do we have down here? Fair value. New week opening gap. We have new week opening gap here. I see as your dad. He's not. I mean, pretty much. I probably listen to more ICT than my father in my life. Maybe. Well, definitely in the past year, not year. I don't know. I'll say the past 5 months, I've heard more of ICT's voice than my father's voice. It's kind of crazy. That's crazy. I mean, not insanely, to be honest. It's actually my dad's birthday today. It's my dad's birthday today. Same. Yeah, kind of relatable. I mean, I'd rather listen to ICT than some professors at college. I don't know if this volume imbalance is on the right level. I don't know if I put it on the right. All right, now we're good. All right, cool. Any paper trades? I haven't. I haven't. I was watching ICT's live stream. I really liked this trade here. That's why I saw live, and then we also had like an order block entry here, traded lower. For me, for Terminus, I was kind of looking for these lows here. We traded into that first presentation here, and I know that's also that volume imbalance low right there. And then after that, after we had this move lower, there really isn't anything. I mean, we have this breaker that we trade into. But that's kind of when I started the live up. I started the live up like right here, right? So we're trading here. But Powell's speaking at 2 today, so I don't wanna try to. I don't think that's probably not the high. It's not the highest probability trade, you know. It's looking like we do want to trade higher here though. We're failing to displace lower, but we're also kind of failing to displace higher here. So nothing of interest. Nothing of interest. I just don't like that down close candle here. And there's not really any premium array for us to trade to. I mean, we do have buy side here now, but me personally, since we already taken buy side here, I wouldn't like to see us trade back up to that as like that for me. That wouldn't be a good target. I realize I'm on a 1 minute chart on both these. Notice that volume imbalance there. We do have this new week open gap here. I don't like how we're trading outside of this new week opening gap here. We do have this SIBI here. This does just look like we're in a buy model. We would have to reject this sharply. It's just highly unlikely. No, so we have this like nice down close candle here. So what else? What other higher arrays do we have that I'm just not seeing? We have these highs. We have a 15-minute SIBI here. This has already been used 1, 2, 3. This has already been used like 4 times. I'm just not interested in this. This could be a potential immediate rebalance here. I need to lock this. Alright, I kind of like this here. Let's see, if we leave this as breakaway, kind of respect that. We also have old high here. And we have new week opening gap down here that could be a little scalp here, but I just don't think it's worth it. It's just not worth it. If we create a gap here, this would be a decent trade. Look at that 5-minute Sibi. Initially, I thought it could be used as inversion, but we just respected the high end of it. Alright, we're trading the new week opening gap there. We didn't trade up to this gap, which I would have liked to see, but we let this break away. Overall, there's not really too much entry here. We have a 5-second Sibi here, but I just don't think that's high quality. It's more hindsight than anything. It's someone to study. Now, how do we react to this new week opening gap? Do we use it as a discount right here to trade higher? Back to potentially these highs here, or do we trade through it, below it, which is what I personally would like to see, and then possibly attack sell side liquidity for the rest of the day, for the remainder of the day. We are in lunch hour. Who's been profitable most recent longs? So I would like a lower narrative here. Also, it's kind of started right at 11:30. That displacement. About to have a possible 1 minute change state delivery here. But technically, it has happened here with that. And look at that right there. It was Sibby here. ES still has yet to trade to its new week opening gap. So, in my opinion, that would be some nice range here for ES just to trade into his new week opening gap after we've taken buy side several times. That would give lift to a run to at least sell side here. I do like this trade right here. You have a order block right there. You have a little gap right there. And you also have, most importantly, new week opening gap. So let's see if this gets traded into at all. If it doesn't, that's cool. Notice how we had a institutional order flow intro right here. Look at ES. ES still has range to its new week opening gap here. It's kind of what I'm describing. Nice trade into first presentation here. I have not yet. I haven't started trading with real money. I've been taking it slow. Like slow. Which I know it's gonna be worth it at some point in the future. I know 100% it's gonna be it's gonna pay off. I have faith. Alright, and ES just traded to its new week opening gap there. Are you profitable on paper trading at least? I would say so. I am in drawdown on this account, but this is just from last week. Last week was kind of a rough week. Which, I mean, I really think profitable is just such a... It's such like a poisonous like name in the industry in my opinion, because like it's so like I don't think it really matters how you are able to control yourself, because you can be profitable for 1 month and then not profitable for the next month if you're just having bad habits. If you got like a bad mental state, if you got a bad attitude, then you're just gonna be and say that you're profitable. I don't know, man. And I think the worst thing to tell yourself is that you're unprofitable, because like if you tell yourself you're unprofitable, then you're unprofitable. You'll always be unprofitable. I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's good to have like a reality check, and it's good to have low expectations for yourself. Like I think as a trader, like ICT says, you should have very low expectations. ES just traded into a new day opening gap here. So this could lift up some retracement here. Yeah, but I had a demo account that I was using for a while. Well, not for a while, for like about 3 weeks. But 3 weeks is just a very short span of time. Notice how ES traded to a. Man, I love new day opening gaps. Holy. Like just being able to see that insight, the fact that we're probably gonna have like a little short term retracement. I don't know. Maybe that's reaching a little bit. I don't think so. I've seen it happen so many times. Yeah, I would say so personally. For me, my draws on liquidity are very good, and I'm not trying to be like ego. Like I'm not trying to be like that. Like I'm able to find like the draw on liquidity very nicely, but for me, it's more about executing on that is where I struggle with, and I feel like it kind of has to do with the lower time frames. So I try to get some lower time frame entries, and then I end up not being in at the right time, or I try to get the best entry, and then that kind of messes with my head and my psyche. Notice how we traded in that new day opening gap, and now we are having a short term retracement. Right now, we buy side and sell side. I don't like how we took sell side and we reacted like that. What else do we have here? That original breaker. What's the average risk reward? I don't know for sure. It all depends. If I'm trading, I would say like at least two. If I'm trading on the 15 second though, I'm able to get like high risk reward. Like I would say like 5 to 1, 6 to 1. Uh, NQ is the most volatile to trade in my opinion. So therefore, there's gonna be more opportunities on NQ rather than ES. ES isn't as volatile. It moves a little bit more less aggressive. I mean, so it depends. What about Tesla? Tesla pretty much moves exactly like Nasdaq. But I don't trade options anymore. I'm past that. I used to. See, like we pull up a. Let's pull up like the 5 minute chart. Actually, let's pull up let me remove everything. Let's look at this. So we're gonna have Nasdaq over here, then we're gonna have Tesla. We're just gonna see. They should be pretty similar. Uh, yeah, they're very similar. What happened to my annotations? Oh, that's why. I'm on NQ1. Yeah, we're trading backwards in that range. I don't like that at all. And how aggressive we're trading. And now we're trading above new week opening gap again. So it's definitely being held in consolidation. Can you make more money on Tesla? Personally, as a trader, like I don't care about money, which is kind of a lie in itself. But I mean, obviously, you gotta. I'm doing this to make money, but I honestly really don't care about the money. It's how we aggressively expanded higher. New week opening gap now acts as a discount array. Now we have that breaker. This order block is now a breaker. Trade higher. Also with that volume imbalance high. And now we're possibly could reach these highs and then that SIBI again. Now we're back within that 5-minute SIBI here. The fact that we did this, we came lower, we tagged stops here. This, in my opinion, looks like we could trade this pool buy side here. So I'm gonna mark this now. I might end stream soon. I'll probably end it at 12 or something like that. I don't like anything today, or at least in the session I traded. I did like this little short here. Otherwise, I'm looking at this high here, and obviously buy side rest here, and then we have a bigger pull buy side the rest there. But respecting that 5 minute Bessie Sibby constant record from here. Gotta be careful. Don't force anything. We got a full week ahead of us. It is NFP week, so you gotta keep that in mind. But honestly, I think there's still opportunity that can be found on NFP. ICT does put a lot of hype around like not trying to trade NFP weeks, NFP Thursday, NFP Fridays. But me personally, I think that like if you kind of know what you're doing, they can still be traded, but there can be some manual intervention on Thursdays. So I would say mainly Thursdays could be larger ranges from what I've seen in my back testing. What's good? What's good? All right, let's see if this acts as a balanced price range here. We have a sell side imbalance here. We also have this buy side imbalance here. So let's see if this one permits us to trade into here. If we do trade into here, I would like to see displacement from that. I think we're just gonna be held here. We're expecting this SIBI here on the 5 minute, and it also looks like we have these arrays to respect here on the lower time frames. So I don't wanna be streamlined bias here. Let's stop volume imbalance again. Let's stop 5 second volume imbalance. Why not scale out to the 1, 2, 3 minute? Me personally, you're able to see a lot more detail. You're able to see a lot more detail that the algorithm's gonna always refer to, and you're also able to like there's built-in advantages that you get by studying the lower time frames. That's just my personal take, but obviously with that there also becomes you can see stuff that's not there. So it's something that like yes you can get caught up in the lower time frames, but me myself like I'm not trying to be like that. Like If there's something that's hard, I'm gonna embrace that. Like I'm not gonna try to run away from something that's kind of hard at first. Why would that make any sense? Like just because something's kind of hard at first and it's kind of hard to see at first, I'm not gonna run away from that. Like if you go to the gym, you think you're just gonna get you're you think that's gonna be easy? No. Like if you go to a job, it's first gonna be hard. It's first gonna be confusing, but then you're gonna get slowly adapt to it. And I'm able to see precision elements on the lower time frames. That's just me though. It's definitely not needed. Okay, my back. Notice what this is here. It's a bounce price range here as well. So me personally, I would like to see just I wouldn't even want to see us trade to this new week opening gap here. I would like to see displacement off of this here. If we don't get that, then I don't think there's anything. Powell's speaking at around 2, so we have about 2 hours till that. Like although there can be a price run, like I just think that there's gonna be better days to trade. So nothing to force. Nothing to force. All right, I am going to end it here. I am gonna end it here. It's been like a little hour stream. I do want to go live like every day. That's kind of like my goal here. But I mean, if ICT is live, I don't think I should be live because I mean I'm want to soak in information. It is good to tape read here though. I'll say my tape reading skills have gotten a lot better from from me putting work in, but I still have some improvements that I want to work on, and I also want to get more comfortable actually in the market. So that's why I kind of want to also trade live as well. Keep me accountable, but also not keep me wanting to perform for other people. So I want to see us possibly, if we want to trade higher, I want to see us displace within this gap here. But if not, we'll probably trade this new week opening gap. Anyways, hope you all have a good rest of your day.